Right, let's try this then. Hopefully that should work. Let me just check all my settings are correct and we've got the right audio this time. Headset mic, yeah. So hopefully we should be, yeah. Is it me or is there just no sound? Am I self-muted? I should not be. Hopefully you should be able to hear me now. Someone give me let me know that if you can hear me on the stream. Yeah, we are all good. Oh well, we shall scrub the Rode mics for tonight. I don't know what's going on with that one. Rode mics are playing up again as always, like they normally do. I'm all good now, so let's start from the beginning again. Evening to Simon Brackett, White Rock Rider, Andy GSA Tractor, Blake's Pipes, Greg Goddard, Crafty Poncho, and JDM is here. And right, we're all good now. And Peaky, how do you lot? How do you lot sound is on? Yeah, it's all good now anyway. So God knows what's happening with that bloody Rode mic. I did have it plugged in, so I don't know if the USB to the computer's being a pain, but I thought I'll use the Rode mic. I won't use the mic off of the computer because it sounds like Henry the Hoover. But we're better on this one anyway. So we'll stick with the gaming headset that the wife uses. So evening all, and good to see you all back. So yeah, back from holiday. We got back about 5 hours ago. Ray's Motor Life just listening in. He's going to pick up the bike. Oh, so yeah, all good. One person I'm going to plug, and I have put it up on my Revbomb Facebook page. Peaky's challenge is not far off. So hopefully we should be picking up with Peaky, get him on the stream tonight. Obviously, no Wednesday midweek mumble this week, and he did explain to me why. I was in a crappy area with no Wi-Fi, so I couldn't get on the midweek mumble on Wednesday. If I could have done, I would have, but I was too busy to having fun with my Chinese and sitting in the hot tub like I normally do. So 3 weeks to go with Peaky. So he is going to be posting up where he is. If you can get out and ride with Peaky, then all the better to go and meet him up. And Andy has got 4 weeks till Austria as well. There's some really good stuff. I've just spent the last sort of 3 hours just catching up on the YouTube, just making sure that I've caught up with everybody. Rowley's done a really good one with his ZZR40 ZX14, but they call it over there, but ZZR 1400. So good video by Roland Keefe. So that was another good one. Peaky's done a couple of good ones, the flybys and that. Bruce is here, Moray, a biking loon as well, and 3 months until the wild bad weekender. I know, yeah, it's everything is all going mad. And if you haven't caught up with Rhythmic hits 1,000 subscribers this week. So well done, the Rhythmic biker. And he is now down in Cornwall. I think he's gone down for the saddlebags ride or something. So hopefully we'll try and get Rhythmic on the stream on his mobile phone or something. But going by the view that he posted, I don't know if he's sleeping in the greenhouse tonight or if he's sleeping in the shed at the bottom of that person's garden or if he's in the house. So side chat. StreamYard link is up if anybody wants to come in and join in and have a little bit of a laugh on the Friday night live stream. You're very welcome to do so. Away you go. A week before the Northwest 200. Great bit of kit that is, the Northwest 200. Peaky back in 10 is going to get himself some beers. Ray's Motor Life. I hit 300 yesterday. I'm happy. Well done, Ray. Good achievement. Obviously, we all started with sort of 10, 15 subscribers. It's got busier and busier. As they say, the more content you bash out, and it's not all about hitting the numbers. People go, oh, yes, but I've got 2,000 subscribers. I've got 3,000 subscribers. It's not about the numbers. It's about the content and who watches it. And if you're doing 50 subscribers and you're putting out good content and you're getting good comments all the way, that is all you need. It's not about, oh, I put out 50, 60 videos this year and I had 50 views on each. It's about getting the decent views and getting it out there. So it's, it's not all about the numbers. Everybody said, oh, it's good to hit a score. 300 is a good score. I remember when we started, obviously, Andy and Simon off. Exactly, Race Motor Life. I like the views, the better. Away you go. I had 600, deleted the channel. Yeah, we started Andy and Simon off on, they were very small channels when I started chatting to them. And I do like pushing other channels across YouTube. Hence why we got Rhythmic to 1,000. We're trying to push Uncle Red now, get him a little bit higher. And obviously other channels. But then obviously people say to me, oh, yeah, but Simon was well below you when he started. And Simon's ahead of me now. Simon's, I think, is about 3,600 subscribers. I'm just 4 off of hitting 3,400. And as I say, you know, it's not about the numbers. I'd love to have 10,000 subscribers and bash the content out every week and make a living off of YouTube. But you're lucky if you, with 1,000 subscribers, you're lucky if you're going to get 40, 50 quid a month, and you have to hit 60 before you even get any money. So this one, German Jobbies is here. Evening, German Jobbies. Good to see you, buddy. As I say, you know, I've been pushing content out this month, and I'm doing sort of 40, 50 pound a month at the moment. I was sort of hitting the other stuff. What's with the cardie? Believe it or not, it's not a cardie. It's like a little sweatshirt sort of thing that the missus got me for my birthday. So hence I've been driving all day. We literally only got back about 4 or 5 hours ago. We drove literally non-stop from the bottom of Lowestoft, and it was, I think, a 3.5 hour drive to get back because the roads were just mullered all the way back. But we've been out in a place called Kessingland, which is just below. So Mrs. knitted it more like, no, it's a nice little expensive top. So I like it, and it's warm as well underneath the t-shirt. And she did say to me before we went away, you're not taking more than 1 or 2 bike t-shirts, because I live in my bike t-shirt. So I took a couple away with me, but I have been sort of wearing just plain t-shirts and jeans all week, and my little cardies and my little tops and that. But yeah, it's all been good. We had a nice little breakaway. If you do follow my private page on Facebook, I have put the holiday photos up. But nice little lodge, middle of a caravan park, and the best bit is I've got some great drone footage, and I did get permission by the site owners to fly the drone. When we actually overflew the bottom half, they've got loads of these, what I think they call them yurts or glamping pods. They've got a load of those, but they do take bikers and car owners that just want to turn up, or people just want to camp up. But they have got some really weird places that you can actually go and sleep in. They've got an old American yellow bus, which is quite good. That's kitted out into just one single room, and it's got a cooker and a kitchen in it and a toilet and everything. And the other one, they have a double decker bus as well, so that sleeps 6 people. So they do sort of weird and wacky things. So it was really good. A couple of people joined us. Evening, Sprocket Rocket. Good to see you, buddy. Cracking week away. Identified as a country gentleman now. Yeah, I can't do nightlife. I cannot go away to a holiday camp and have absolutely loads of screaming kids and nightlife. It has to be peace and quiet, me, the missus, and the dog, and just peace and quiet. Me, and obviously I do like to go and have a lodge with a hot tub. So yeah, all good. So we'll get started properly with my channel once I'm fit to get out on the bike again. Yeah, good on you, Bruce. Good on you. Shame the weather in the UK sucks most of the time. Yes, it does. It did rain for a couple of days, but when you're in the hot tub, you're getting wet anyway, so it wasn't all that good. Sprocket Rocket stuck a really good video up, and behind me, you may notice. Let me get my finger right just there. Square Slice Moto badge. I finally got it on the wall, so the stickers and the badges arrived this morning. So we've got Square Slice Moto up, and yeah, so we're giving them a plug. But Chris under Sprocket Rocket has done a really good ride out. A little bit of spankage of the right wrist, as they say, him on the bike. So that's good for him. Andy, he only does 5-star adults. So we know Andy's a little bit posh, and he does nice hotels. He will not go camping. You wouldn't get Andy in a rucksack or on an airbed. He likes his bed with a shower and a bar and a hotel attached to the side of the hotel. So yeah. Obviously, plenty of good stuff out in Austria. If anybody wants to come and jump in on the StreamYard link, as I say, guys, the link is up in the side chat. If you want to come and jump in on the StreamYard link, got enough places for loads and loads of people. 22 people watching at the moment. So if you haven't given it a thumbs up, please do so. Go and click the thumbs up on the YouTube. Away you go. He said, welcome to the new Valtunic and Bomb vlog. I just thought I can't be asked to get changed out of what I changed into this morning. So I would put my bike jacket on, but nah, I'm quite happy sat here in this. Andy's just said mini bar and room service, or it's not a holiday. Exactly, Andy, exactly. Right, so if you do want to come and jump in, go and click the link on StreamYard. Come and join me on the chat. Otherwise, I can't be here all bloody night. We are going to get Peaky in on. He's going to tell us about his little challenge that he is doing. It is not a tour; it is a challenge. And Grey Wolf, good evening, everyone. Late to the parties. I thought Rev was on holiday. I got back today, Grey Wolf. So yeah, Andy did do one. Now, Andy, you've caused an argument at home. Werewolf spotted on the road. The missus said that's not a werewolf, it's a rabbit. I said, no, it's not. It's a baby fox. It looks like a little fox, or it looks like a stoat or something. And she went, no, it's a rabbit. So, Andy, will you put her out of her agony? Will you tell me what it was that was crossing the road? Was it a rabbit? Was it a fox? Or was it like a weasel stoat or something? Even though great. Ah, there we go. 5 foxes. I thought it was a fox. Thank you very much, mate. You're wrong. It was a fox. I win. Yeah, 5 foxes following mum. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Couple of things on the bike news this week. Lexmoto have announced that they are doing an adventure scooter come bike, and it's a weird looking thing. It's called the ADV. It's a 300cc, and it has panniers and a top box built into the bike. It's pretty good, but for the money, it is a lot of money. How is just? Have you got a pair of Argyle socks to match that cardigan? Believe it or not, no, I haven't. No, I've got my normal sport. I don't wear anything but sports socks. I like big, heavy, thick sports socks for chucking inside my boots. But yeah, it's always a thought. Could go and get myself a pair of Argyle socks. That's the sort of thing that you go. Let me see if I can find this Lexmoto bike for you, because it's something new, and it's something that I haven't seen before. So let me just jump in at a Lexmoto motorcycles and scooters, find a photo of this new ADV that is out, and it's called the XDV. There we go. So let me share this up on the StreamYard, and you can all have yourself a little bit of a laugh. Lexmoto, there we go. Let me just share this up for you. So this is the XDV, aluminium panniers and top box. So it's a scooter come adventure bike. It has got a standard road wheel to the front, and it's got a heavy duty mudslinger to the rear tyre. Stands out as a unique motorcycle that merges strength and power of an adventure motorcycle with the ease of comfort and practicality of a high capacity scooter. So little windscreen on it. Think of it as your trusty steed at 4,699. So 4,700. Once you've done your on the road fees, you're looking at nearly 495 grand. You can get finance on it, but there we go. So LED headlights. You've got dash on it, digital dash. Now 13.5 litre tank, 81 mile an hour, which ain't bad for a 300cc. 25.5 horsepower, twist and go, hydraulic discs, inverted forks. Wow, race suspension, single monoshock rear suspension, and it's 170 kilos on that. But for the money, something that you can't ride a geared bike and you want to have a little bit of DCT or a twist and go, that is going to probably be the bike for you. Or as Andy said, yeah, Uber super delivery scooter. Exactly. Yeah. There you go. Don't ask about the yeah. There we go. Simon, Honda XDV ripoff. It is. It's exactly the same, but a lot less money. Oh, let me have a quick. Let me go through these. A couple of quick ones. Have you seen the GTR 1400 bridge motorcycles we've got at the moment? 9,000. Oh. Now that's something I might have to go and have a quick Google of bridge motorcycles. There, you've started me on one now. Let's have a quick look. Bridge motorcycles. There we go. Let's have a look. Let's jump on their main website. So they're down south. New from 2023. Triumph Speed Twin. Let's see what they've got in their showroom. Triumph Rocket, Triumph Speed Twin. Unfortunately, it doesn't show on their page. I think they may have sold it. That's a shame. Let's have a quick look. Kawasaki, let's see what they've got. Nope, not on their listings anymore. Right. Oh, quick one from Andy. When you getting the BMW for test ride? I believe in the next week or so. I've just got to phone them up and rehook a date, because obviously I'd have booked it for the middle week of April, and then it all went, as I say, tits up. So I've got to rephone them again and rebook it. It's there. Let me have another look. So Bridge Motorcycles, new bikes, used bikes. Rocket. Scrolling through, plenty of big adventure bikes, loads of them in there. Scrolling down the list, as they say. There's a lot of bikes in there. God blimey, they have got a few bikes. Plenty of ZZRs. And let me just keep rolling. I'm about halfway down their listings at the moment. Ah, there we go. Kawasaki GTR 1400, 2014, 9 grand. That's not a bad bit of kit, you know. That is not a bad bit of kit at all. That's, if anybody wants to get themselves a GTR, there is a really, really nice one there. That's not a bad bit of kit. And down in Exeter as well. So there we go. Bridge Motorcycles. Don't look in bad nick for the year. 14 reg. Nice and clean. Pipes look good. And it's missing the obligatory sat nav, but we won't mention anything about sat navs on that. Yeah. For that age of bike, that is in very, very good nick. So it's done 4,346 miles. Centre stand, main stand, heated grips, panniers, and a top box. Yeah, not a bad looking bike at all. There we go. Mine's stuck in the couch. Oh, of course, Andy's having his patio being done. Thumbs up, guys. 22 in the chat. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, GTRs, me too, as Andy said. As I say, if you want to jump in, don't just leave me sitting here all night talking away to myself in an empty room. If you do want to come and jump in, the StreamYard link is up. Come and jump in, Andy, if you want. Officially, Kawasaki discontinued them. Yeah, the 2021. Yeah, exactly. Sad days ahead. Let me just have a quick slurp. I'm drinking good old latte coffee tonight, so something slightly different. Saving the red wine for tomorrow. Red or white wine jobbies. Tom's in the room as well, so Tom's is here. And as I say, if you want to jump in on the StreamYard link, Tom's, come and say hello. And there are a couple of subjects that as I normally say to people, if you do want to have a question asked in the stream in front of all the bikers, and come and let me know, and then I can always ask up. And I've only received 4 questions this week, so if you do watch the streams, you can always email me the questions, mrrevbomb@gmail.com, or drop me a DM on either my YouTube or drop me a question on my Facebook channel. Usual thing to do. Grey Wolf just said, Bridge Wolf's got Triumph 900 Thunderbird Sport, excellent bike, sold mine. Get yourself a BMW 1600, good choice of bike. Yeah, K16s are great. Kawasaki need to update. Yeah, they need to do a new Grand Tourer, really, really do. Sprocket Rocket is on the Bucky. German Jobbies is on the Bordeaux. Now, a couple of quick questions, and let me go into my emails and we will find them. Let me just jump into there. Right, a couple of quick questions then. When you ride your bike, I've got to go and do the full question now. I've got to go and click in the email to read it because I can't click backwards and forwards. When you ride your bike, do you ride the full rev range up to the edge of the red line, or do you just pedal round in gears up to 4,000 RPM? I tend to, if I'm riding around just doing local, tend to keep the revs low. If I'm out on a dual carriageway, then I do tend to use the full power of the bike. It all depends on what bike you're riding, what where you are on the road. If you're in a 30 mile an hour, you're not going to get out of first gear. But normally, if you're out on a dual carriageway or a motorway, or you're on a decent A road, you're going to use the whole rev range. If you're just poddling around and enjoying the scenery, then you are going to keep the revs low. But Andy, let me know your answers to this one. Do you tend to use the full rev range of the bike, or do you just tend to poddle around sort of up to 4,000 RPM? Let me just get some of these questions. Perfect. No crap like a digital. Yeah, exactly. Notice Richie Vidas finally released a ceramic coating is a gimmick and started using. Yeah, exactly. An ACF 50. But yeah, guys, answer the question. Do you tend to use the whole rev range, or do you just tend to use the normal stuff? German jobbies. I'm never near the red line unless I'm on a red pist session. Stevie's here, evening military. Good to see you. Good to see you, Stevie. Link is up, Stevie, if you want to come and jump in and say hello to all the muckers in here. We're waiting on Peaky. He's on a beer run at the moment, so he's gone to get himself a little bit of drinks for the sesh. Howie, I'll never get out of second gear when it gets too noisy and stop and check for oil leak. You get some right people ask some really, yeah. All depends on the road and what types of riding. I'm on a GSA at 4,000. It'll do 100 mile an hour exactly. About 1,500 in change gear. Yeah. If you watch some of the riders, the easiest way is watch a few videos and just listen to the tone of the engine. If it's screaming, then it's time to obviously move it into the next gear. Not above 9 on mine. I don't think it. Yeah, red line's at 12. Exactly. Yeah. He's working, listening in though. Yeah. So yeah, everybody rides very, very differently. Some people tend to use the full rev, the full power band. Some people just tend to push it around nice and slow. It's Sonzi, can't tell on my bike. 1994 CG125 doesn't have a rev counter. He goes by the vibration. Exactly. So that was one. Yeah, mine red lines at 4,500. I could expect that, Tom, with your bike. Yeah, so yeah, 1,500 change gears. So yeah, that will answer his question. I don't know if he's a 125 rider and obviously wanted to use the whole power band, or if he's a big bike rider. He didn't just say. He just asked that question. The other question is, and this one, when I saw the question, I thought, really, so he's obviously a novice. Um, I've recently bought myself a 125, so he's obviously a new rider. He's not an experienced rider on a 125. The bike shop told me 28 and 30 is the standard for bike tires for a 125. Do I stick to 28, 30, or do I need to up the pressures? I actually replied to him and said, best thing to do, go and look in your handbook, or go and Google the tire pressures for your bike. Some bikes will run 26, 28 in the front tire. Some bikes 125 will run 32 to 34. And believe it or not, a couple of PSI will make a lot of difference to the handling of the bike. The big Kawasaki, I know the GTRs run 42, 42, and you never ever alter what they are, even if you're changing over to a different tire. It's always 42, 42 on the Kawasaki's, but that 2 PSI difference will make a lot. So the easiest way, go and get yourself the handbook for the bike. If it happens to be a Lexmotor or a Yamaha or a Honda, go and look at the manual, or Google the bike and find out what the exact tire pressures are. Because if you're putting 32 and the bike is set up for 28, you're going to be having a really hard ride. So that is the only thing. Couple of questions here. If I was going to get out of film, get tired of music, doing a guitar setup. Depending on the bike, you have to be at city speeds. Full range on a track, exactly. MT, evening, Matt. No, check the owner's handbook. If it's a Lexmoto, go on to my Lexmoto. Exactly. Don't go. Yeah, check the manual and get your own pump. CBR 38 and 42, exactly. Them little bikes aren't gonna like being pumped up too high or being deflated too low. It totally alter the handling of your bike, and it is the same for any motorcycle. You change your tire pressures, you're going to alter the handling of the bike drastically. Finners, these two electric push bike scooters, 125, CBR 3642 on White Rock. So yeah, once again, read the manual or go and Google. Google is a wonderful thing for getting tire pressures or just checking how much oil your bike takes or what the spark plug is in it. I've seen so many bikes that have just how the spark plug looks the same, but it's the wrong spark plug. 25, 28 for mine, skinny tires, exactly. CBR 36, 36 and 42. All different tyre pressures, all coming in here. 38, 42 from Cold on the GSA. Rich is here. Hey, ladies and lads. Hope you're all well. Yeah, brilliant. Good to see you, Richard. Away you go. Then I wouldn't trust an air pump. Yeah, don't trust the gauges that you get on a garage forecourt because they are all over the place. There was loads. Don't hear it much from behind. Love it, Tom. Right, question 3. I've only got 2 more questions to go here. And we've had this debate over and over and over and over again. I've been running my bike on E5. If I get in an emergency, can I use E10 or do I need to add an additive to it like Red-X or a Molly Shot booster? It all depends. What most bikes will say what your fuel is on the tank. Big bikes will run E5, E10, no issues whatsoever. I know Andy runs a lot of. Andy likes E10. I like just putting the decent stuff in my bike all the time. But if you're running a 125, be very, very wary because E10, it will run on E10, but you will get crap performance. You'll get less miles to the gallon. I would always say, read what it says on the tank because it will always tell you what you should be putting on your bike. A lot of the new Lex Motos do not like E10 fuel. They will have E5 sticker on the tank. Big bikes, though, will run the E10, but sometimes they just don't like it. Strontium Dog, my bike will run E10, but the bike don't like it. Exactly, yeah. This has changed tyre from the 2836 Road Attack 3642. So much better, exactly. E10 literally makes my bike stutter and stall, yeah. Tom, I only run E10 in emergencies or when I forget, yeah. Rich, I only use 4-star. God, do you remember the days of 2, 3, 4, and 5-star? And it used to be when I used to buy it, I think it was about 50 pence a gallon or whatever. E10 and E5, yeah. So some people use E10. Since I sold the Foes, I'll just go E10 now. Speed days are over-ish. Exactly. Away you go's got a good point. Don't use diesel. I've only done that once, believe it or not. I did that in my Ninja and ended up smoking out half a dual carriageway before I realised get back to the garage quick and put some petrol back in. Mate at work is riding a ZX6 1992. He reckons it runs fine on E10. Tom's uses WD-40. E5 low octane is better for the older bikes. E10 eats away at the copper components in your system. Very, very true, Crafty. 29 PSI on the front from Michigan, 32 PSI on the rear. So, yeah, 30's 32. So, even when my ones are fully inflated, the back one looks flat. E10, E5, not much difference on the track. I think BMW will probably run on diesel. E10 costs more than E5 in the long run. It will because you'll get crappy miles to the gallon and end up filling up more. So you might as well just put the decent stuff in as well. Howie, I just take a waz in the tank just to top it up a bit. Right, while I'm swigging my coffee, I will introduce my mucker from another. It's Pete, got himself some beers. Evening, buddy. How you doing?
How you doing, Mucker? You're right.
Yeah, good. Right, while I have a swig, you carry on. Tell them I'm trying to push Scotty's Little Soldiers for the last 3 weeks. Tell everybody about the challenge you're doing for those that don't know.
Right, so for you guys who don't know me, I'm the Peaky Biker from Wolverhampton. So what it is obviously I'm ex-army. That's just coincidence, by the way, that I've got this T-shirt on. But basically, one of my friends got killed in Afghan, and his wife didn't struggle at all to get any support and help off the government. However, his kids couldn't get any mental health support through the government system. So, evening all. What Scottish Little Soldiers does, it allows money to get funded for the kids to be able to go and get counselling, mental health treatment, days out with the family, and all this is down to ex or serving soldiers that have been killed in either action or while serving for the British Army. So, so my aim basically is to ride around the coastal roads only, the UK, in 14 days. And whilst I'm going around, hopefully meet up with some of you guys if I'm passing, and hopefully, fingers crossed, if you don't mind, stop in the back garden because I'm fucking struggling to find campsites and places to stop. But yeah, you know, my aim is to do it like a little video I've put out today. Cheers. It's not a tour. It's not a gentle ride round. I'm doing it for a charity. I'm doing it also to put a decent marker down if other people want to do it. There's a few people who have tried to do it and failed. So I'm looking at doing it in a decent time. Like I say, I'm looking at 14 days. I'm going to try and do it within 14 days or 14 days and under. And like I say, put a good marker out there for other people who are looking at doing it. But yeah, I've had a few emails and a few text messages off people who are telling me already that there's roads blocked and all sorts of different stuff at the moment. So just keep that coming. Obviously, it's 3 weeks away. 3 weeks today I started. So yeah, it's just one of them. I need to probably the week before, you know, if something's happening. Like I've had Graham text me today saying that there's one of the fuel stations up in Scotland on my route that's out. So there's like a 120 mile gap. But I'm quite fortunate as I've got a GSA, so I hold like 30 litres, and I've just fitted 2 5-litre containers to the back of my bike as well. Andy, I don't work. I can't class my job as work, mate. Mate, I've been in today. I went in at 9:30 and I was home for fucking 12:10. So I can't class it as work. You know, and I played darts for an hour as well. So I can't class it as work. But Gordon, how you doing, kiddo? You all right? Yeah. So all you got to do is if you go onto my channel, the link's on there. If you can donate, it'd be brilliant. If you can't donate, then literally, if you can share my channel, what obviously I'm gonna try and do a live every night, even if it's just I'm sat in the room or sat in my tent. Try and do a bit of a 10 minutes, 15-minute live just to keep you guys updated where I am and I'm getting on. The morale, because that'll be the main thing for me, having PTSD and depression as well. So you know, it's for me, it's going to be meeting you guys and getting me. You guys are going to be getting me round as well by meeting me up. You know, even if it's only a section or a couple of hours, it'll be brilliant. Like, you know, and anything will help. Like I say, if it's a 5, if it's a 10. Look at him. Hold on, which side am I? Nico. Scratching the door. He wants to get out. Did you sleep? Can I just say as well, I just want to give a little shout out to White Rider. Aren't you okay, Mucker? I know he was down a few months ago. So keep your chin up, kid, and you do some great videos as well. Blake's Pipes. What's he asking for? And his credit card, hotels, mini bar for the
in answer to the question, Monday to Friday, and we've got tomorrow then just to chill out and get sort all the washing out and catch up with all the paperwork and over the weekend. So yeah. Oh, if you're at the garage tomorrow, Phil, can you make sure my bike's all right for Sunday morning, please? So I'm gonna have a ride. Got to have a ride on Sunday. We actually found a really good little bike cafe on the way back. We were coming back past Thetford, a place called the Bike Shed, and I thought, oh, that looks pretty good. Massive, great big building, loads of bikes out, but we didn't stop because we were stuck in traffic for hours and hours and hours. So a horrible ride. Don't use the A11 if you're coming out towards sort of Thetford, Norwich way. It's bloody horrible road. The amount of roadworks they got there. White's just said should get back to blogging soon as the bike is fixed. Yeah. Will do. I'm not watching it. He misses me already, you see. Yeah, we had a really nice little breakaway. So I've stuck the photos up on my Facebook as well. So you're on mine, Peaky, so you can go and have a look at them. Mrs. went, don't you put any of me in my swimsuit in the octane. I went, neck upwards. Don't worry, neck upwards.
Yeah, you don't see nothing else. Not being bad. But yeah, I went to Snowdon last weekend with a few of the lads because one of the lads broke down before we got out the UK. So we ended up. He just messaged just to say, he missed the trip and stuff like that, and he wants to. Just wants to meet up. So we thought we was going to his flat, but his missus ended up booking us this little lodge. So it was nice, man. Nice. Andy, I bet you ain't seen yours in fucking years. You have to put a mirror on your shoes.
Oh Jesus! I forgot what I was gonna bloody say. Oh yeah, Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. I think that's next weekend, isn't it? The 8th.
Are you gonna have an Harley for that?
No, you just got to dress up in a suit and a tie, and well, I look like a bloody Rupert already in this top.
I was gonna say, where's your flat cap?
Yeah, stand to. Yeah. Oh, here we go. I have mirrors. Oh, jeez. Notice Andy's
optical ones as well. That makes it. That the bold ones that make it look close.
Yeah. Makes it look bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Right, let me go back to this. This final question. Oh, this one is hilarious. How people do this, because obviously we've had the tyre one, we've had the petrol one. I've bought myself my first 125 bike. Oh, well done, congratulations. I can't be asked with the 2-year warranty, so you know it's going to be a Lexmoto. I want to do my own servicing and mechanics on it. What should I do first? Get yourself a workshop manual, or go and get yourself some decent toolkit. Oil and filter is easy enough to do. Most of the Lexmoto is a little thimble filter underneath. You take it out and clean it up. But if you haven't got a clue, don't go attempting it. I've seen so many people that do half-assed jobs of trying to change their oil, and they'll over-tighten the sump bolt, or they'll not tighten it up enough. And then 9 times out of 10, they'll go and ask on a bike page, and they go, what oil does my bike take? 10W40. They'll go down the local Halfords and ask for 10W40 oil. And it's got to be bike oil, not car oil.
I'll tell you the best thing to do. If I'm not a Triumph 675, I could strip. I can work on a bike. Mate, I'll just ring BMW and go, come and get my fucking bike. Come and sort it out. Go into the, you know what I mean? I ain't bothered. I want it done right. And secondly, if you're spending 20 grand on a bike,
exactly,
you want it done. 1, a shop, but 2, in the back of your mind, if something goes wrong, you just take it back to him. You did it.
Yeah,
you did it, not me. You did it.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. Oil and filter is easy enough. Changing brake pads. Loads of videos on YouTube of how to change brake pads. But the best source of information is YouTube. If you don't think you can do it, don't attempt it. Have a go, but you've got to remember, if you screw it up and get it wrong, not only are you going to be costing yourself money, but you're going to have no brakes. You're going to wreck your engine, So if you don't know what you're doing, for the sake of what you're going to be spending on kit, take it down the local garage and get a proper bike mechanic to do the job for you.
Yeah, 100%. German jobbies. I've been watching my Black Forest videos. Do you know whereabouts we was? I'm just I did try and reach out to you to see if we could meet up. Stefan from Moto Travel UK come down to me. and we had a couple of days with him. He's funny, man. He's funny, but it's funny when he tries to speak English to us and then German to somebody else, and the bloke he was speaking German to was Belgian. So this bloke's looking at him and he was just like, I don't know what the fucking hell you're on about, man.
Leave it, as I say, Phil just said, leave it to the professionals. Yeah, if you haven't got an idea, and the thing is, as soon as you go messing on the bike yourself, you're going to invalidate your warranty. So if you do break something and you go back to the shop, oh, I broke my bike. Sorry, mate. You've just bought a £2,000 garden ornament, mate. So yeah, leave it to the professionals. How I feel about my K1600? Don't touch it. Exactly. Slow Rider, my bike went to the dealership when it was under warranty. While you wait, you can get to know the staff and learn some tips as well. Yeah. They'll teach you all the tips.
All I do is drink the brews. I don't talk to anybody. I just sit there, drink the brews. That's my done.
My mate got charged £90 labour at Bridge Motorcycles for his last set. That's not bad. That isn't bad for labour charge for doing that. So
the thing is, like now, obviously I use my BMW dealership, but now I get discount on stuff now, and not only can you start getting discount, but if you need something done quickly, they will help you. They will get you in. If if you're only taking your bike there once or twice in the years that you're having it, you're never going to gain that fucking rapport. So if something does happen, and it's out of warranty or it's not within the warranty boundaries, they're more likely to help you and you to get a freebie than they am to fucking take it in and sting you a couple of £100.
Exactly, yeah. Howie, some very dodgy how-to videos on YouTube. Go and enroll at a local tech college and do a basic course, yeah. Good idea.
German jobbers, yeah, the same with me. The Germans think I'm Dutch.
Jerry think I'm
mate. We're in the copper. We was when we was in Germany, we was pulled up and I took my jacket off, like it was in the afternoon, and I took my jacket off. I just had this t-shirt on. And this cop comes straight over to me, and he's like, "Oh, whoa!" And I was like, "What the fuck are you on about?" Look, starts fucking talking to me. Well, he was like shouting at me, and I was like, "I don't know what the fucking are you going on about?" And then Stefan come over, and then Stefan started talking to me, and then basically he thought I was some kind of fucking Hell's Angel or something because of all my tattoos and everything. I was like, nah, man, I'm just fucking to tell him I just normal bike. Like, he's good, man.
BMW 280 for 2 hours labour. It's about the little bit more, but don't forget BMW main dealer. You're gonna be paying main dealer prices.
But like my
they've got the expertise, haven't they?
Like my earlier statement, if something goes wrong, you take it back to them. It's their fault. You take it back to them. Yeah, you do pay over the odds, but if you're still within the warranty, like my bike is, I get all the perks. So I get all the European breakdown cover, they pick your bike up, they take you out, or they fix your bike and you carry on with the tour. So, if you're spending, 20 odd grand on a bike, why would you not spend for the service? Why would you cheap out on the service to do an oil and filter change yourself for 40 quid when you might not tighten the sump bolt up properly, and then you get down the road and your engine seized and you've lost 200 or 300 quid. You've lost 20 grand.
But then you had what was it when Andy went down to Ling's BMW and he had the grinding kept coming from the back end, took it into Wollaston BMW and they sorted the issue out. And all for the fact that basically one mechanic hadn't done something with the bike. I'm not going to go into it, but obviously they took the bike in, gave Andy a taxi home and that, sorted him all out, and he was all good to go. And that was sorted by BMW. So yeah, good for them. Stu's here. Evening, Stu. We're all good and well, mate. Hope you are as well. So good to see Zed about. Yay. Same. Let's just go through some of these questions. Our whole schedule is held in reverse until we get clarity. But yeah, mate, if possible, yeah. There's a question for you. Would you pay for AA cover or just add it onto your insurance?
If you've not got any cover, I'd always have some type of cover. If you're touring or traveling, you've got to have some type of cover. Me personally, I'd prefer to spend, £200 for the year, knowing that if my bike breaks down, I'm going to get home not they're going to fix me on the roadside, or if they can fix me on the roadside, sound. But I'd prefer to know that they're going to get me back home, kind of thing, rather than just get you to the nearest garage and you're just fucking stuck there. Square Slice Moto, how you doing? Good to see you.
Boys are here as well, yeah.
Just want to say sorry about Wednesday, about my midweek mumble. I had a few issues, personal issues that a couple of the people know, but I had a few personal issues go on Wednesday, so I had to cancel it. But yeah,
At
back on next week, hopefully.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, always have recovery. If you go, obviously, on Bike Shore, and they tend to chuck the recovery in with the insurance, because she said to me, do you want just a home start or do you want it recovery out? I said, just chuck the whole bloody lot. She went, do you want misfueled? I went, I've only ever misfueled my bike once, but yeah, chuck that on as well. There's always going to be the time you pull up at a petrol pump, not paying the slightest bit of attention, you're going to go, boom, get halfway through. Luckily, I only put half a gallon in, but you try putting half a gallon of diesel in a petrol bike, it does not like it. Yeah. It smokes a lot.
I'll bet.
Yeah. Sprocket Rocket, all you need is a box of matches and cash to get you. Bennett's and BM cover courted. RAC covers me for bike and car.
I was trying to figure it out.
A quick one. Did you see the footage of the Stone of Destiny leaves the castle? Oh, I haven't seen, I'll have to have a go and have a look at that one. Yeah. National breakdown. Everyone's saying at least get some sort of breakdown if you are going to be out on your bike. You never know. 9 times out of 10 you're fine, but there's going to be that odd one time that you do break down. StreamYard link is up for everybody that wants to come and join in with me and Peaky. So StreamYard link is up on the screen. It's up in the side chat as well. I always do a courtesy bike on my next insurance renewal. Exactly.
Nico, fucking bark at the trampoline. Never right.
So we did give them a push last week. If you haven't subscribed to Square Slice Moto and you happen to be north of the border, go and find them on YouTube. Square Slice. Richard says, should I come live from the bog? Yeah, real Scottish folk know the real Stone of Destiny, a pub in Glasgow. There we go. You're only allowed on the channel if you have a car ticket. That won't include him down there then. So it's Andy. Evening, Andy.
Hello.
How you doing? Okay, you're right.
Yeah, I'm all good.
Sad.
There we are. Just got 40 foot of Union flag bunting off of eBay. This would be better worth it for Charlie Free.
It's funny. The Charlie's bunting shaped like ear rolls, isn't it?
Fucking hell, I'm like elephant ears, aren't they?
Red, white, and blue ear rolls.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
I've got a Starsky and Hutch cardi I'll put on later, Gary. Don't worry about that.
How come you've got your Madonna mic? Like the same as like the rest of us. Where's your road?
I haven't charged it since I used it last. I've been too fucking lazy. The thing is, it's in the garage and I can't get in the garage. Physically can't get over to it because they've just laid all the slabs in front of it. So if I walk over it, it'll fuck them all up. So.
Simon's just asked what chain lube everybody uses. I just use a bit of spit.
Yeah, I just polished mine with Mr. Sheen.
Yeah. Me and Andy A got chains.
He was
believe it or not, a lot of people use old car oil.
I'll tell you the best thing is wait until Audi has an offer. I bought a load of WD chain lube from Audi. They do the wax for the winter and they do the other one and the cleaner and they knock it out quite cheap. They put it on offer about twice a year, so keep an eye out for that. It's quite cheap and it's very good.
Oh, bloody hell, Grey Wolf. I've just put a lot of Charles the Turd bog roll. Oh, God. Shaft wax. Here we go.
What?
Yeah, you're thinking of the other
stuff. He's talking about chain lube.
He's on about his shaft, getting his shaft waxed now.
It's painful when you get it waxed.
Yeah. White just said, good one, Scott Euler. Get yourself a Scott Euler. They're all
Too messy.
Scott, yeah,
Messy as fuck, man. I had one on
Messy.
my Versi. I took it off. It was fucking splashing all fucking everywhere.
Betec chain oil on that. So now exactly. Has the Peaky Biker been painted with white paint? Seems to got a lot on his pin. Yeah, I've been dipping mine in the bottom of the tin.
Zed him a twat.
Oh, here we go, Howie. I've just noticed all three of them look like a budget football commentary team off of Eurosport.
Yeah, where the fuck has he got sacked? Did I like Germany? If you've never been to the Black Forest, honestly, it's worth. You could do 5 days there and have 5 different routes. I've got to give Andy a bit of kudos here because he gave me a place called the Rhine Falls, and I got there and it was absolutely fucking amazing.
The 15-mile road that runs between there and the Black Forest is stunning as well. That's a hell of a road.
Well, we come back that way, but
you can spank the shit out of that.
But what I did was I got, like, the lads walked off and I got my drone up. So I'm flying my drone and a bloke comes up to me in like a, hold on, Nico, back in, mate.
Where's this? At the Rhine Falls?
Yeah. So I got my drone up. So I'm like having a bit of a fly around. I've only had the drone up like, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. Bloke comes over to me. He's like a blue and green, like, bomber jacket with written green Palazziato or fucking something. He comes up, starts having a go at me. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck are you on about? And he's pointing at the drone. He's like, no, whoa. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't know, because if you can't fly it won't take off. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you're in a no-fly zone, it won't take off. So I was like, yeah, I'm bringing it back. So he walks off. So a day, I'm still floating it about. Like 2 minutes later, he comes back. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, yeah, it's coming back. So then I end up having to bring it back then. But mate, you are fucking happy. You are happy at all. So, and then I ended up waiting for him to go, putting it back in my back box, locking it, taking my jacket off, putting my jacket on my mate's bike. So if just in case he comes and stops that bike rather than stops mine, I got the footage still. But the Black Forest Gatter, we had one piece there and it was fucking lovely. It was huge. It was like half a cheesecake. It was fucking gorgeous with fresh cream. It was fucking stunning.
We're only passing through it, but I've tried to avoid the B500 as much as possible. We have to pick it up at some point. I think we pick it up at Baden and then we're on it for like 10 miles and then we're off it. I've done it a few times, so for us, we're only going through. We've got 300 miles that day, so we're blatting through the forest. But,
we don't use it. We don't go on it much, to be honest. We use
another 2 days ride after that.
Yeah, we got like all the fucking twisty roads into the mountains and stuff. But
we're heading down to we're going down to Neustein Castle and then across to Salzburg. So we got about 800 miles to do from there.
See you later, John.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, man, it was just fucking brilliant. Honestly, I'd 100% go back to the Black Forest.
Oh yeah,
the roads are fucking brilliant, mate. Honestly, and the only thing I'd say is I'd go later on in the year, not this time, because you'll see on one of my videos I nearly come off with some ice.
Yeah, Marcus was saying it looked sunny, but it was like 1 degree and bloody freezing.
Yeah. Mate, honestly, I don't know whether this is the next video coming up or the one after. My legs are off. I'm like this, fucking on the bike, trying to fucking scramble to stop on it. Mate, we always
used to tour Europe about 8 or 9 years ago. We always used to go in the middle of May. The weather progressively got worse that earlier on in the year, so now we sort of go beginning of June. We've had to move it back 2 weeks because the weather patterns are changing. And if they carry on like they are, we'll have to start going in the middle of June rather than at the beginning.
The weather is screwed at the moment, because you think 5 or 6 years ago it was blistering hot by now, and now it's just literally sun and rain.
I can't map some of our routes around the Groskell Knocker and all that because they're still closed. They should be open by now, but there's still 8 foot of snow, and the roads are still closed. But it's 20 degrees.
Yeah.
You know, they're just
Well,
it's just a weird
there
weather
was snow. There was snow when we went. Like there was still snow there. That the ski resort.
there'll be snow up there. There'll be snow up there in June and July, mate. Once you're up the Groskell Knocker, there's snow up there all year round. But you know, you could have 8 to 10 foot snow either side of the road, but the roads are all clear and dry. But at the moment, it's still it's getting there, but it's warm, but they're still not opening the passes.
I mean, when we went last year, it was
Probably right,
August,
German jobbies. Yeah, it's too hot. I mean,
Yeah,
Spain have got a heat wave, haven't they? 40
Yeah.
degrees at the moment in Spain.
it's supposed to be coming over here.
Zed
ain't it?
just said, "Did you see Triumph test riding a dirt bike? What's your thoughts?" Oh,
Don't know anyone
What if-
called Triumph. What's he look like?
I bothered.
let me have a look because I did pop up on MCN. Triumph commit to further youth worker program to encourage more into the bike industry.
What they're doing, showing him how to nick 'em easier.
Probably, yeah. I haven't heard about that. Zed, send me a link. Yeah, something new. Yeah, too hot in the summer now. Exactly, yeah.
But when we
Yeah.
went in August, we got to the Black Forest, and it was honestly, mate, it was fucking baking. I ended up we went from the Black Forest down into Switzerland, and then come south of Switzerland. Mate, I ended up taking my jacket off, strapping it to the back of my bike, and I know it ain't right, like, but I was riding just a t-shirt and jeans.
I sent you that peek
bored,
how
man.
we
Yeah.
rode because we rode down to we rode down to Alicante.
Yeah,
And we decided to ride from Alicante to Benidorm, but at 7:30 in the morning it was 38 degrees. By the time we got to Benidorm, it was 44. The following day we rode up to Zaragoza or whatever it is.
yeah.
That was 48 fucking degrees. That was ridiculous.
But
Too hot to ride in.
yeah, it is. You get to that stage.
So, like I say, we were just in shorts and t-shirt, and we were overdressed. Spaniards were going past us in freaking speedos, mate. I'm telling you.
You got it. If you look at some of the Motel Travel UK when he goes to Morocco, and it's like fucking 90% fucking no air, no wind, fuck all. You're just like fucking wowzers, man. The bike's roasting. You're just thinking, how the fuck are you riding through a desert in this?
I need to hear Andy say bad.
I think it's I always called it Baden, but it's not. It's pronounced something completely different. But then I ain't
What,
German.
Richie's off.
I can say please, thank you, and ask for 2 beers in German. That's my limit.
Yeah, I think my next.
Okay,
Goodbye.
Rich.
I think the Rhine Falls is due to drop tomorrow morning.
I got loads of. Well, I weren't vlogging at the time I went down there, but we have got loads of sort of like personal videos and photos of that place. And the thing is that don't try and rip you off when you get there. It's cheap
No.
enough to jump on one of their boats and go out.
€8 it was, €8 a person.
And you're on it for about 45 minutes. It takes you right out.
We was on it for about. Well, there's 3 different things you can do on it.
Yeah, we've
There's
done a
3
couple
different
of them.
times. I think we did the 20-minute one. That was €8. But that was
Yeah, but
for
it's
us. That was just
It's not a rip off. If you'd done that over here, if you went to Windsor and jumped on a boat, that's going to cost you 30 quid to do the same thing.
and the rest.
Mm.
And the
Yeah,
rest.
we did. Oh God, what was it? We did
I think
the.
the worst thing is a car park. Don't you park in the car park, then you got to walk down to it, yeah? It's a bit of a trek down here.
But the car
Step
park's
there.
free for bikes. Everything's
free,
for bikes.
Yeah.
It's like when we dropped into Luxembourg. It was expensive in Luxembourg, but the bloke says, "So I'll just jump on the bus. The bus will take you down into town." And I was like,
Yeah, all public transport's free.
Yeah. He goes, "How much is that?" He goes, "It's free." I was like,
Yeah,
"What?"
all public transport in Luxembourg is free.
Free, yeah.
We got 2 nights in Luxembourg when we go away, but we're in the town anyway, and breakfast is taken care of, so it ain't too bad. But
Yeah, but we was only there.
the most expensive place is Switzerland. If you're buying anything in Switzerland, like food, drink, you'll pay €4 or €5 for a can of Coke.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's very expensive. It's 4 times more expensive than anywhere else.
Well, we did normally we do Norfolk Broad on the boat. We did the Alton Broad, which is just out on the Suffolk side of it. 15 quid. What was it? 15 quid each on the boat, and I'm like, all right, but it's an hour and a half, and I'm thinking, oh, this is pretty good. And you're going along, and oh, so and so lives there. That all the houses on that Broad, they've all got their own waterfront. The cheapest one there was 2.5 million, and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, for houses. And it was like, go around the Broad, and they go, oh, and there's the dredger where they're oh, great, I want to see a dredger.
Yeah, and it's all flat and no landscape. Yeah,
There's no.
You've got to remember that the Rhine Falls is the largest waterfalls in Europe, and there's millions and millions of gallons a second flowing over them falls. It's a stunning place.
Mate, wait till you see that drone footage you got, man.
Oh, it is. That is nice. Yeah.
Phenomenal. Yeah. I got some 360 as well, because like I say, we went on the boat, so I got some 360 as well. So when that comes out, it took me a while to edit that, but when that comes out, it was fucking brilliant. It was good.
I'm hoping that when we go up the Grosskill Knocker this year, I can actually see something.
Yeah.
Because you're up about 10, 12,000 meters, and we last time we went, it was snowing. You couldn't see 10 feet in front of us.
That was like us when we went up there. It was fucking just foggy as fuck. You was just following the light in front of you.
Yeah, we couldn't see now. But we got lucky when we done Stelvio. It was 27 degrees. Some stunning views.
Yeah, we was lucky when we did Stelvio, but none of my cameras worked.
I think I recorded it, but I recorded it on an older camera. I had one of these like cheapy ones, these 40 quid ones.
Yeah.
But the video quality's all right. I think I'll put it up on my channel, but it's right at the very beginning. I think it's the second video I put up.
Yeah, all mine, it was just too hot. All my cameras were just too hot. They were just fucking baking.
It's like people say, when do you use your phone to navigate or do you use the sat nav? Personally, I use the sat nav because when you're in them weather conditions, your phone's going to overheat. You can lose signal. So if you lose signal, then you've lost GPS navigation.
And also
a tour without a sat nav ever.
That didn't work. So I got the GoPro 10. So what I've done now is I'm moved over to the little DJI ones. So all these a little clip. They're more magnetic. So that's the base. So that's like a forward-facing camera. And then that clips on just like that, and that's rock solid. That ain't moving nowhere. That only holds about 20, 25, 26 megabytes, which it's a lot, but you can put a chip in the back there of 256. Then as soon as that goes on to that, it transfers to the mag.
That's the DJI stuff, isn't it?
Mate, it's compared to the GoPro stuff, mate. I'm well impressed with that DJI.
Yeah.
Well impressed.
I mean, I tend now just to run the 360. It's one camera, the battery lasts long enough. I can plug it into the bike and I get all the shots I want. I don't think the quality is anywhere near as good, even though it says it's 4K or 5.2. It's nowhere near as good as a GoPro. But ease of use, it's just one camera. I can around with it so much easier.
And you're never going to miss a shot neither with the 360. That's the only thing I think. Is you're never going to miss a shot. You ain't going to turn it on or keep recording all fucking day. Do you know what I mean? You can just fucking click it and you've got it. You've got that 360. But like I say, for me, it's just the quality for me. But offline.
The thing is, none of them are really meant for motorbikes. Someone sooner or later will bring out a motorbike vlogging camera that actually works. All these are action cameras. They're never meant to have external stuff plugged into them, and they're never meant to be running more than a few minutes. Just try our best to make.
Away we go. me and Andy's got a DJI Mini 3. Mini 3 Pro.
Is yours a Mini 3, Andy?
No, it's a Mini 2. The Mini 3 wasn't out when I bought mine. I am going to upgrade, but I'm waiting for the 4 to come out. 4 is meant to be coming out in June or July. I will buy a Mini 4.
There's
wicked, man. Honestly, it's fucking wicked. Best thing I've ever bought.
I'm not going to. At the moment, it's not worth the extra 300 quid to change from my drone to the other drone. There's nowhere near enough. There ain't 300 quid's worth of difference. No way. But I'm going to wait for the 4. Borzo's way. It's coming out
for that-
June, July.
If
For
you
how
haven't done
small that
your
camera is, it's fucking brilliant.
if you haven't done your drone this week, Andy, there's a new firmware update that's just come out as well.
When did I fly it? 2 days ago.
Oh, you might have got the
Yeah,
firmware up.
the bloke doing me patio is actually my cousin, and he lives. Oh, I don't know. He's got a company called Unique Gardens or some bollocks. But it's like 7 doors down the side of me. So he was telling me about his garden. So I thought, hang on a minute, it's easier to take the drone up, have a look at his garden, and then he can point out what he's banging on about. So that's what I did. I just flew it down the road and had a look.
Sat in the back garden. Oh, that's what your garden looks like.
I said,
Okay.
except for your missus. He's like, what?
So I did that at the pub. So the one night we went down to the boozer, and the bloke went, "It's going to be really busy tomorrow. You know what I mean? You need to come in early." We was like, "Okay," but it was a long day for us, so we got back. So the night it was about 7 o'clock at night. So I put my drone up, flew my drone into the tower, lowered it down, zoomed in so I could see the boozer. There weren't many people sat outside. Flew it, pressed return to home, got back. I was like, "Right, lads, we need to get down there now."
You say we'd done that in Yarmouth. The woman was telling us about a beach down towards Yarmouth where the seals get. So you parked in the car park, but it's about a mile walk down to see if the actual seals are on the beach. Sod that. I took the drone up and just flew the drone down there, and all these people are pulling up and going, "There's no seals there. I'm not walking down there," and then flew it back. Because they know I've covered some ground. They cover some ground so quick.
Yeah.
See,
But
I did it when.
it's just for how small the camera is, the quality,
Mm.
and how steady it is. It's fucking phenomenal.
Well,
When
I
went
did it. I went because when we were at the holiday camp, the actual camp is on about 40, 50 acres of land. So you come in the main gate and you've got all your camping and glamping and yurts off one side. Then you've got all your fancy vehicles, and then we're off to the right. But I said to her, "Oh, when I fly," she said, "Oh yeah, if you can start in the middle of the field, because you've got sort of 500 yards all the way around you." And I'm like, "Oh, sod it." I was going to start on the deck, but I thought if I start in the middle, but then I thought, I've got to get back to our caravan, which is like quarter of a mile. But the only thing is, our caravan is right next to massive, great power cables where they run the electric into the camp. So I flew it down there, and I'm like, keep looking. And I must have got about 4 foot away from the power box. And then, of course, Mrs. comes out. She stood on the caravan deck going,
Might explore.
I was like, "Oh, great! I've got her on camera doing the old fingers up at me." So
Yeah, I noticed a bit of our gutter leaking this afternoon. I'm going to get the drone up and have a look, see what's causing that tomorrow.
watching some stuff on Xbox. Exploring UK is off. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Much appreciated. I saw Andy putting the DJI up in Edinburgh. Amazing bit of kit of view into Edinburgh nursing accommodation.
It was. Some of the footage is stunning. I didn't realise nurses stopped shaving. Must be all the cuts. They can't afford the razors.
Oh, Jesus H. Christ. All right,
Right, I'm going to have to shoot off because our food's just turned up.
That's okay. I was expecting Simon to be on tonight, so I don't know what Simon's up to.
I haven't spoke or seen Simon for ages.
Yeah.
I've seen his bike parked outside work for a while.
Yeah. Where you go, said, "Are you selling that footage, Andy?" That'll be on his OnlyFans page. Right, we're going to call it a night anyway. So we're an hour and a quarter in. Thanks very much for coming in, boys. It's good to be back. If you're out on Sunday, we'll probably see you up Super Sausage.
Sunday, back to work Sunday.
Yeah, if anyone happens to see Darren, tell him I've got that camera in my bag, and he can come and grab that camera off me. So might be about somewhere.
Actually.
Yeah. I'll send him a message, see if he comes up.
Just putting new tyres on, ready for the call.
Brilliant. So thanks very much for coming in. Thanks everybody for coming in on the side chat. Zed, thanks for popping in, buddy. Much appreciated. Away you go, Gary. Thank you. And obviously Gordon. Who else did we have in? Simon Brackett, German Jobbies, Exploring UK, Sprocket Rocket, Loads and loads of people, JDM, Crafty Poncho, Rich, GT Travels, Howie, White Rock, all the boys that have been in. Thank you very much. It's been another good live stream tonight, so much appreciated. And of course, all the boys from Square Slice Moto. Thanks everybody for being here. Don't forget, if you're out this weekend, it's good weather, so be well, ride safe. From Peaky, Andy, all the boys over there in the side chat. Have yourself a great weekend. But until the next time, guys, don't forget, Wednesday night, midweek mumble with the Peaky Biker, and go and support his Scottish Little Soldiers. There's a link to it on my Red Bomb page in Facebook. But until then, be well, ride safe, and from Rev and the crew, it's a big goodbye from me. Take care, everyone.
See you later. Bye.